on the basis of that thing, you will get 4 marks in your JEE Mains exam. Trust me. So here again, I am interested to write first of all the general terms. We need to save our time as well as in the exam. So that's why we can follow as this approach, because this is. Hello everyone, welcome back to Alan Overseas, in which the topic distributions are 15 physics, 15 chemistry and 15 maths. This is the study challenge we will cover in this series. Now our today's topic is the general term in the chapter Binomial Theorem. This is one of the easiest one and efficient one topic from the chapter Binomial Theorem. And you can see there are a lot of previous year questions on the basis of this topic only, right? So in which, the general term we have in an expansion, that is x plus y whole raised to n, is what? For the general term, first of all, I just want to discuss with you, that is the expansion is what? The expansion of x plus y whole raised to n we have is nc0 x raised to n minus 0 y raised to 0 plus nc1 x raised to n minus 1 y raised to 1. I am just using the basic concept, right, in the expansion point of view. Now here on the basis of that one, you can see here what I am going to do. I am just going to write in place of this all sigma operator with ncr x raised to n minus r y raised to r with your permission. That is what here you can put r is equal to 0, then you will get this first term, right? R is equal to 0, nc0 x raised to n minus 0 and then y raised to 0. Similarly, r is equal to 1 when I am going to put here, then I will get this term and so on. And on the basis of that one, I can proudly say my general term will definitely, that is something like in this way, t r plus 1 ncr x raised to n minus r into y raised to r, right? Yes, where the must be condition is your r must be goes from 0 to n, right? And yes, this is the very shortest one thing, but on the basis of that thing, you will get 4 marks in your JEE Mains exam. Trust me, right? There is a lot of previous year question. You can see among of them, some of the question I am going to pick here. Now, the first question I have, that is from 2023 JEE Mains, the coefficient of x raised to minus 6 in the expansion of this we need to find. And this is integer based question we have in 2023. Now, I have a bracket that is something like 4x upon 5 plus 5 upon 2x square whole raised to 9. Here what I am going to do, I am going to consider this one, because we have learned in terms of x and y, so I am going to consider this one as x plus y whole raised to 9. I am going to open this with the help of the general term formula, that is what ncr x raised to n minus r y raised to r, which we already have learned in the previous slide. And yes, I am going to follow my concept. So at the general term I can write, that is ncr and place of 9 you can put here, right? So ncr x raised to n minus r, then 4x upon 5 9 minus r. Similarly, y upon 2x square whole raised to r. The simple thing which I have followed, I am again repeating here, that is ncr x raised to n minus r y raised to r. Now what I am going to do here, I am going to identify x individually, because at the end we need to find the coefficient of x raised to minus 6. Okay, fine. So I am going to collect the things in which I have x, that is I have x raised to 9 minus r is here. Similarly, here also I have x square, but in the numerator, here I have the power, that is the r. Then you can write this thing as x raised to, there is 2, so you can write minus 2r. Only the things I am going to consider, that is x, and yes, such kind of the way you have to follow in your exam also. In your IIT JEE, always remember this thing, there is also the task to save your time in your paper, right? This is the bigger task. And how to save? Apart from the calculation only, I am going to tell you, like, you can save your time by following this kind of the way. And it is simple, just write your general term, that is ncr a raised to x raised to n minus r and y raised to r, and then collect the data for which you just want to do the operation. And I want to do the operation for the x only, so I have just mean for the x only. So that's why I'm going to collect x raised to n minus 9 minus r and x raised to minus 2r. Now, you know, by doing the product, you will get rest of the things also you can write. For the understanding point of view, I'm going to write here, right? So 9cr and 4 upon 5 is there, 4 upon 5 whole raised to 9 minus r, and apart from this 5 by 2 is also there. So you can say here 5 by 2 is also there, that is 5 by 2 whole raised to r. Now only we need to do the focus here, because I am going to find the coefficient of x raised to minus 6. Okay, fine. So I am going to do the comparison. There is x, this thing, I am going to make here x raised to minus 6, and rest of the things are the coefficient of this term, right? So that means now do the comparison with x raised to minus 6, right? Now when I am going to do the comparison, I will get what? X raised to 9 minus r into x raised to minus 2r, and I am going to do the comparison with x raised to minus 6. So I will get what the power I have, that is 9 minus r minus 2r, I will get minus 3r, which is equal to minus 6. So I can solve this thing. 3r is equal to 9 plus 6, that is 15, and then r you will get, that is 5. Once we have the r, just return the value here, right? Return in your general term, you will get x raised to their minus 6, right? You can check, and yes, this is the beauty of maths. You can cross check your answer. R is equal to 5, you can, once you can put here, I'll get here minus 10, I'll get here what? 5, 9 minus 5, I'll get 4, and here I have minus 10, so 4 minus 10, I'll get minus 6. That means I am doing correct, and I got correct, right? So I can follow this thing. Now the remaining one we have 9c, r we have 5, and now 4 upon 5 whole raised to 9 minus 5 we have. Similarly, this one 5 upon 2 whole raised to r, 5 upon 2 whole raised to 5, and you know, there is x raised to minus 6. In short, they are asking the coefficient of x raised to minus 6. That means I hope everyone are able to see where is the coefficient of x raised to minus 6. Yes, it is here, right? So the coefficient of x raised to minus 6 is this one. Now just do the simple calculation, solve this, you will get the final answer, that is 5040 of the value of this one, which is the coefficient of x raised to minus 6. I hope everyone understood well, right? If you have any problem, and then you can drop your doubts in your comment section, right? Fine. Now I have one more question. Again, I have one more question which is from 2019, right? So in this question we have total number of irrational terms we need to find in this binomial expansion. Again, it is quite easy. So again, you can see, you can analyze, we are able to do the question from the previous year on the basis of only general term we have. You know, only we learn the general term and we are able to do a lot of previous year question. And yes, this is true. Fine. So now come to the point. Again, I have 7 raised to 1 upon 5 minus 3 raised to 1 upon 10 whole raised to 60. So here again I am interested to write first of all the general term. So the general term I can write, that is t r plus 1, again ncr 60, c r, that is simple, right? N is this one. Again I am going to do the same, x plus y whole raised to n, right? This one I will consider as like this one, x 7 raised to 1 upon 5, and y we have minus 3 raised to 1 upon 10, you know, x plus y whole raised to n. I am going to open this box with the help of general term. NCR x raised to n minus r 7 upon 5, sorry 7 raised to 1 upon 5, and which is actually 60 minus r. So either you can write there is 60 minus r. Similarly, y raised to r, so the y raised to r, that means minus 3 now this time we have, so minus 3 raised to 1 upon 10 whole power r we have. That's it. Now listen me well, they are asking for the irrational term. It's better to do the work for the rational. How? First of all, collect everything individually in terms of r. What I am going to do here, just I am going to write 60 CR, and here I have 7 raised to 1 upon 5. So I can write 7 raised to whole power 60 minus r whole power upon 5. Similarly, here also I can write this minus 1 you can take outside, and the remaining thing you have 3 raised to r upon 10 as well as minus 1 raised to r. That's it. Now here what I am going to do, I am going to observe these two things. In these two things, what must be? See, I am going to solve for rational, right? If we have the proper data for the rational, then at the end what we will do? We will subtract from total number of rational. We will get number of irrational, which is the actual requirement in this question. That's it, right? So here, this is the thing I am going to do here. I have two things, that is 60 minus r upon 5. So this thing I can write 60 minus r upon 5, or either you can divide, then you can write 12 minus r upon 5. That would be beneficial for us. So 12 minus r upon 5 is there. This is first thing. Second thing, I have r upon 10. So r upon 10. Now, we need to consider both. So we need to consider the intersection values. Listen me well, what I am going to do here. Here I am going to observe the things. I just want to make this thing rational. For the rational point of view, here it should be 5, multiple of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, kind of the things is there. And here multiple of 10 is there. It should be to make both rational, right? But at the end, we need to consider the intersection. So why not to consider the intersection in initial way? Because it is quite easy. If we write their both intersection, that is r maybe 0, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 40, 50, 60. Why I am stopping here till 60? Because I have here that is 60 minus r upon 5. I cannot go beyond the 60, right? So that's why I have stopped myself till 60. And why I am considering 0, 10, 20? Because I am going to take intersection of these two conditions, right? So because we need to save our time as well as in the exam, so that's why we can follow as this approach, because this is for self-understanding, right? Now here what we need to do, 0 to 60 we have count 2, 4, 6, 7. So total r we have 7, for which this expression will make itself as a rational. So now they are asking for the irrational. So for irrational, what I can do? For irrational, what I can do? Total number of how much we have? Total we have 60. Now one more thing. Total number of terms is how much? It is n plus 1, basic property in your binomial theorem, right? So here you can write total is 61 minus you can subtract number of rational. So you will get total 54, for which this expression will become irrational, right? I have just subtracted total minus those values of r for which my expression will become rational. I have just subtracted, and then I am getting 54, those number of terms in which I can say this is irrational. Fine. So you can see option D would be the correct one. So this is quite easy. Once we understood the concept, how to deal that one, we can do the question, right? So that's all from my side on this topic. Don't forget to watch the complete series. The playlist link is available in description box. Don't forget to watch the complete series. The playlist link is available in description box. Still, if you have any query or any suggestion, feel free to reach out to us through the comment section. For more update, stay tuned with us. Thank you.